Nobody is coming to save you. Say that again. Nobody is coming to save you, not your boss, not your family, not the government, not a lottery ticket, not a lucky break you keep waiting on while your life quietly runs out of time. You already know this, that's why you're here. That's why you clicked on this video at midnight, or on your lunch break, or lying in bed staring at a ceiling that has heard every one of your broken promises to yourself. I'm not here to comfort you. I'm here to wake you up. Because comfort is what's been killing you. Comfort is the soft pillow that let your dreams fall asleep. And tonight that ends. I don't know your story. I don't know how many times you've been knocked down. I don't know how many people laughed at you, doubted you, left you, underestimated you, but I know this. Pain like that doesn't lie. Pain like that is trying to tell you something. It's trying to tell you you were never meant to stay where you are. So let's talk about something they never taught you in school. Something nobody sat you down and explained. Something that separates the people who struggle their whole life from the people who build a life that pays them. Again and again and again, long after the sun goes down on today. Skills. Real skills, not luck, not talent, not some gene you were born with or without. Skills you can build with your bare hands, starting tonight, no matter how broke you are, no matter how tired you are, no matter how many times you failed before this exact moment. 10 of them. 10 skills that don't expire. 10 skills that don't care about your past. 10 skills that will pay you money, respect, freedom, and peace for the rest of your life. Sit up. This is not background noise. This is the turning point. Let's start where every strong life starts. Discipline, not motivation. Motivation is a spark. It shows up when it feels like it and leaves the second things get hard. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning long after the spark is gone. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. Discipline doesn't negotiate with your excuses. Discipline is the skill that pays you when nobody is watching. It's the 5 a.m. alarm you answer when your body begs for 5 more minutes. It's the workout you finish when quitting felt so much easier. It's the work you do on the days you don't feel inspired. Because inspiration is rare, but discipline can show up every single day, on command, like a soldier who never asks why. You want to know the real difference between the people who make it and the people who don't? It's not intelligence. It's not connections. It's not even hard work alone. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, especially when you don't want to do it. Master that, and you will outlast 90% of the competition. Because most people quit not from lack of talent, but from lack of discipline when things got boring, slow, and hard. Discipline is a muscle. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, it grows. Every time you break one, it shrinks. So starting today, keep the small promises. Wake up when you said you would, finish what you started, do the work even when it's ugly, even when it's unglamorous, even when nobody claps for you. Because one day, they will. Now let's talk about something that will change how the entire world responds to you. Communication. Listen to me. The most brilliant idea in the world, locked inside a mind that can't express it, is worthless. But an average idea spoken with clarity, conviction, and power, that idea can move mountains, move markets, move people. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You need to be the clearest. You need to be the one who can take what's complicated and make it simple. The one who can look someone in the eye and make them believe. This is not about talking more. It's about talking with purpose. It's choosing your words like a surgeon chooses his instruments. Precise, deliberate, never wasted. Learn to speak with confidence and the world starts listening. Learn to write with clarity and the world starts remembering. Learn to listen, really listen, not just wait for your turn to talk, and the world starts trusting you. This skill alone has built empires. Because people don't just buy products, people don't just follow leaders. People buy belief, people follow conviction. And conviction is communicated through your voice, your words, your presence. So tonight, practice saying what you mean, practice saying it without shrinking, practice looking people in the eye and letting your words carry weight. Because your voice is a weapon, and for too long you've kept it holstered. Next, the skill that terrifies most people, but pays the ones who face it, selling. I know what you're thinking. Selling sounds cheap. Selling sounds like tricking someone. But that's a lie they told you to keep you poor. Selling is not manipulation. Selling is service with confidence. It's identifying a problem and having the courage to say, I can help you solve it. Every single person you admire, every builder, every leader, every creator, mastered the ability to sell an idea, a vision, a product, or most importantly, themselves. You are selling something every single day, whether you realize it or not. You sell your reasons for being late. You sell your excuses for not starting. Imagine if you took that same energy and instead sold your value, your skill, your worth. The world does not reward the most talented person in the room. The world rewards the person who can communicate their value clearly enough that someone else says yes. So stop being afraid of the pitch. Stop being afraid of being told no. No is not rejection. No is information. No means adjust and try again. Every person who ever built something worth having collected a mountain of no's before they heard one life-changing yes. Learn to sell, and you will never be without options, because there will always be someone willing to pay for value delivered with confidence. Now, writing. In a world drowning in noise, the person who can write clearly becomes impossible to ignore. Writing is not about being a novelist. Writing is about thinking on paper in a way that moves another human being. An email that gets a response. A message that gets a meeting. A story that gets remembered when 1,000 others get forgotten. Every idea you'll ever build starts as words. Every business plan, every proposal, every love letter that changed a relationship, every resignation letter that changed a life. Words first, written with intention. You don't need perfect grammar. You need honesty on the page. You need the discipline to sit down when the page is blank and terrifying and fill it anyway. That page does not care about your excuses, but it will reward your honesty. Build this skill and you build a permanent asset. Because words you write today can work for you for years. A single piece of writing, one article, one script, one book, can reach people long after you've gone to sleep, long after you've stopped thinking about it. That is a skill that pays you while you rest. Now stand up straighter, because we're talking about public speaking. The fear of being seen, the fear of being judged, the fear of standing in front of people and having your voice shake. That fear has kept more talented people small than any lack of ability ever has. But here is the truth. The world stages, boardrooms, interviews, pitches, weddings, funerals, classrooms, arenas, belong to those willing to stand up and speak, shaking voice and all. You don't have to be fearless. You have to be willing. Willing to feel the fear and open your mouth anyway. Willing to let your hands tremble while your words still land. Every great speaker you've ever admired was once terrified the first time they stood in front of a crowd. The difference between them and everyone else who stayed silent? They did it scared, again and again, until the fear got smaller and their voice got louder. This skill pays you in rooms most people never even walk into. It pays you in trust. It pays you in leadership. Because the world is desperate for people who will stand up when everyone else sits down and speak when everyone else stays quiet. Now we go deeper, into focus. We live in the most distracted era in human history. 1,000 notifications a day, 1,000 tiny thieves stealing your attention, one scroll at a time. And while the world scrolls, a small percentage of people go quiet, go still, and build something extraordinary. Focus is not natural anymore. Focus is now a superpower. The ability to sit with one task for 1 hour, with your phone in another room and your mind fully present. That ability alone will put you ahead of almost everyone your age. You don't need more time. You have the same 24 hours as every billionaire, every world champion, every person you've ever admired. What you need is fewer distractions and more depth. 1 hour of deep, focused work will outproduce 8 hours of scattered effort every single time. Train your focus like you train a muscle. Start with 15 minutes of undivided attention, then 30, then an hour. Protect that time like your life depends on it, because in a very real sense it does. Your future is built in the hours you decide to stop being distracted and start being dangerous. Now let's talk about the skill that turns pain into power. Resilience. You have been hurt. I know it, I can feel it through the screen. Or maybe someone left, maybe something failed. Maybe you built something and watched it collapse in front of you. Maybe you looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the tired person staring back. Here is what nobody told you, that pain is not your punishment. That pain is your training. Every person who ever became unstoppable was first broken completely, not once, many times. The difference is they didn't stay broken, they let the pain rebuild them instead of bury them. Resilience is not the absence of pain. Resilience is moving forward while carrying it. It's getting up the morning after the worst night of your life and still showing up to do the work. It's turning your scars into evidence instead of excuses. Nobody escapes pain. But some people let it define them, and some people let it refine them. You get to choose which one you become. And I promise you, the version of you that walks through the fire and keeps walking is worth infinitely more than the version that never had to burn at all. So stop asking why this happened to you. Start asking what this is building in you. Because right now, in this exact moment of struggle, you are being forged into someone your past self would not recognize. Someone stronger, someone sharper, someone who cannot be broken the same way twice. Now, money. Financial literacy, the skill nobody taught you and the silence that kept generations poor. Understanding how money works is not greed, it is survival, it is freedom. Knowing the difference between an asset and a liability. Knowing how to make your money work while you sleep instead of trading every waking hour of your life just to stay even. Most people were never taught this. Most people were taught to trade time for money and call it a career. But time is the one thing you cannot get back. Money, you can rebuild. Time, once spent, is gone forever. Learn how debt works before it owns you. Learn how investing works before your money sits idle, losing value while prices around you rise. Learn to build multiple streams of income, so no single job, no single boss, no single circumstance can ever hold your entire future hostage again. This is not about greed. This is about never again feeling that suffocating fear of an empty bank account and a due date closing in. Financial literacy is peace of mind, built one informed decision at a time. Now, relationships. The skill of building real, lasting connection with other human beings. You cannot build anything great completely alone. Every empire in history was built by people, working with people, trusted by people. Your network, not your contacts, your actual relationships, is one of the most valuable assets you will ever build. Learn to add value before you ask for anything. Learn to remember people's names, their stories, their struggles. Learn to be the person others want in the room, not because you're the loudest, but because you make people feel seen. Opportunities rarely fall from the sky. They walk through the door disguised as a person you helped once, a person who remembers your character. A person who trusts you when it matters most. Build real relationships rooted in honesty and generosity, and you will find doors opening that no resume could ever unlock. And finally, the skill that makes every other skill possible, the skill of learning how to learn. The world you're standing in today will not be the same world in 5 years. Jobs will disappear. Industries will transform. Technology will make yesterday's expertise obsolete overnight. The people who survive this, the people who thrive in this, are not the ones who know the most today. They are the ones who can learn the fastest, adapt the quickest, and stay curious the longest. Stop believing you are too old, too behind, too late to learn something new. Every skill you've ever admired in another person was learned, one clumsy, embarrassing attempt at a time. Nobody was born knowing how to write, how to speak, how to sell, how to lead. Become a student of life again. Read books that challenge you. Ask questions that expose what you don't know. Fail publicly and get back up quickly. The person who never stops learning never truly grows old. They just keep becoming more dangerous, more capable, more valuable with every single year that passes. Now hear me. You can have every excuse in the world, no money, no connections, no perfect starting point, and still build every single one of these skills starting tonight with nothing but your will and your time. Discipline, communication, selling, writing, speaking, focus, resilience, financial literacy, relationships, learning how to learn. None of them require permission. None of them require luck. None of them care who your parents were, what mistakes you've made, or how many times you've fallen. They only care if you show up again and again until you become someone new. I need you to understand something. The pain you felt, the rejection, the exhaustion, the nights you thought about giving up completely, that pain was not wasted. That pain was preparation. Every hardship you survived was quietly building the exact strength you need for what comes next. So stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for the fear to disappear before you move. Courage was never the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward while the fear is still screaming at you to stop. You were not born to survive small. You were not built to spend your whole life playing it safe, playing it quiet, playing it invisible. Somewhere inside you, there is a version of yourself who is done being tired, done being broke, done being overlooked, and that version is waiting for you to finally decide. Decide tonight. Decide that discipline beats motivation. Decide that your voice deserves to be heard. Decide that your ideas deserve to be sold, your words deserve to be written, your fear deserves to be spoken through, not around. Decide that your pain will build you instead of break you. Decide that your money will finally work as hard as you do. Decide that the people around you will be lifted, not used. Decide that you will never stop learning, never stop growing, never stop becoming. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not Monday, not when things calm down. Now, because one day you will look back on your life and you will either see a list of reasons why you couldn't, or you will see a list of skills you built, brick by brick, hour by hour, scar by scar, until the person who felt lost, tired, and broke became someone unrecognizable, someone unstoppable. Someone who gets paid in money, in respect, in freedom, in peace for the rest of their life. So get up, wipe your face, pick one skill and start tonight. Because the world is not waiting for someone perfect. The world is waiting for someone willing. And that someone is you.